So, hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today, not with an Omi, Vivi, Earth 2, or any other video that I usually ramble on for 30 minutes for. It is for a new project called Tetherball. I'll introduce the ladies in a second, but for those of you that don't know, there was a bunch of different articles that came out today. One from Yahoo.Finance, the other one from Benzinga, and the other one from Seeking Alpha. The last member of the group is going to be Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you just hopped on, so let's go around the room. We'll start with Michelle, because you're just bam like a pop-up book. Um,
Here I am.
tell us about Michelle. Where do you come from? Where
Where
do
do
you
I
belong?
come from? Where do I belong? Well, I belong right where my feet are. I'm a firm believer in that. Like sometimes in life, you need to accept like right where you're at. So, I'm from, I've lived in Florida for years, born down there in Florida, but I'm originally like a Jersey girl because my whole family's from New Jersey and New York metropolitan area.
No,
So we're big Italians in this area, and that's where I reside right now and loving life, enjoying
cool,
all kinds of things. So I'm a
cool
pet
beans.
owner. I'm a mom of 2 dogs, which
I
I love.
saw on your TV you had some doggos on the TV screen.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I love that. What
Yeah.
did before joining the Tetherball team, what did you do for work, or what do you still do for work?
I'm a producer, senior producer, and I come from that background, journalism. I have a journalism background, writing articles and producing. I've done TV, film, remote events, radio. I've been a radio DJ. So just a little bit of everything, but that's my main background and some legal stuff too. So
Sweet. What about you, Cams?
Hey, gosh, I'm doing a lot right now, but one of my most favorite projects, as you know, is Tetherball. In my day job, I am a UX leader at an AI company that's attached to MIT, where we are doing all sorts of groundbreaking AI projects. And so sometimes I'm out at MIT in Boston, and I started in the Web3 space actually by accident. Met my husband a couple years ago, and he introduced me to crypto. And I noticed like there's no women anywhere, and I loved NFTs. I was so excited about it, but I couldn't find a bunch of women, and I felt like crypto was about financial inclusion. It was democratizing and breaking the chains of the middleman that a lot of people are unbanked because they are not able to get a bank account. And it just felt like the borderless transaction nature of it and how beautiful it was bridging all these gaps. I was like, why isn't this more prominent with women? This doesn't make sense. And so, as I was talking about before the show, I auditioned for CoinDesk podcast host, and we created this podcast, Women Who Web3. We talked with crazy, amazing women like Randy Zuckerberg, Robin Arson from Peloton. And we were talking to all these women doing crazy, amazing things. And I'm just super passionate about it and hoping to bring some of that flavor to Tetherball as well.
Yeah, that sounds great. I saw Randy Zuckerberg at an event a few years back at VCon in Minneapolis. Very good speaker, really competent. Hopefully, I get to work with her one day. Kwan, how you doing tonight? Tell us your story.
Yeah, thank you for having us, first of all. Yeah, my name is Kuan Ning, and I'm based in Germany, actually. So I co-founded the company in Europe, and mainly we bring endangered Amazon rainforests on chain, and then we protect them. It's proof of impact, basically, to provide real-world utility, right? So Michelle and Cams and Jenny, they got together and have this terrible idea. And then Jenny just told me, hey, I got these two amazing women working on this project. And then I think you will be a really good fit. And because Jenny and I last year, we met in NFT LA, actually. And we had a lot to talk about. And then just her experience is really like crazy, right? And I was just, how should I say, this is my first startup, basically. And then I was like, if Jenny said this project is going to, it's really, really legit and then provide impact to the world, then I'm in. So we just start building it. And then like first woman led is just amazing because I have been always empowering women, but not just that. I also run a podcast, right? So especially younger generation, empowering youth, because I feel like mainstream media are really putting a lot of false tag on the younger generation, which I previously suffered from. So I think as educator in this space, I think we really need to take responsibility instead of pointing finger on others. I think we should just start on ourselves.
Very good. Everyone say hi to Mr. MC1 and Dashy back there. Hello, Mr. MC1. We love you. And that brings us to the big honcho, the one that is responsible for this, for why we're all here today. Jenny, who's been killing it in business since the 90s when she had founded Vantage Investments, which got acquired, then founded Titan Securities, which got acquired, and had a bunch of successes all through the last couple of decades. And now you're turning attention to a project called Tetherball, right in the middle of meme cycle, of the meme territory that we're in right now. Tell us a little about yourself and how this whole idea came about.
Well, hey everyone. First and foremost, Randy, thank you so much for having us. Hey Sanjay, don't miss the boat. You know what I'm talking about. But so shout out to Sanjay there. And okay, so let me concentrate. Okay. I've known Michelle. Let's say, Cam was right. I met of all the three of them. I believe I met Cam first. Then I met Kuan Ning at NFTLA last year, and then Cam did something really interesting. She invited me to Consensus last year. And then, no, before that, she invited me to her podcast, which that was when, because of the podcast, and of course, Michelle is behind producing the podcast, I met Michelle. And then Michelle was there taping the podcast, the CoinDesk podcast. And then one thing led to another. They invited me to Consensus last year. And then I said, well, why not? So last year I went everywhere. NFT NYC, Consensus, ETH Denver, everything. But this year I travel more internationally. Last year I was, domestic kind of, a traveler. But what about myself? I don't know. I empower women most of my life because I grew up as a woman, obviously, and I took a lot of hits as a woman entrepreneur. So there are many men out there who help other men, and so I felt the need that the little capacity that I do have, I'm gonna pour that into women, and women that I trust, and women who could work together, women who can open a line of communication. Women can scream and yell, but at the end of the day, they wrap everything up, and and I think this little project among the three ladies and myself, we've learned that a lot. But yeah, I don't want to bore the people. As we answer your questions, Randy, maybe I'll add some more stuff. But just like you probably Google about me, anyone else can. But here's the best thing that I love about this project. We don't have any undocked PFPs. Kuan Ning is Kuan Ning. I'm me. Michelle is Michelle. Cam is Cam's. We're fully docs, and we're super thrilled about that, which is totally the opposite of meme culture. So we are here to flip the script on meme culture, and we hope that this will change people's perspective on rug pulls, on scammers and frauds, and that's why this meme, I love it so much because it's towards education. We're going to educate the people. And so let's leave it as that.
I'd say one
Okay.
thing for you, Randy, is that she won't tell you how great she is, how she really helps and leads the team with her knowledge from her own personal journey and from learning, being in Wall Street, learning, knowing the numbers, knowing how to communicate with people, knowing how to run a business, exit a business. And each one of us is kind of holding our hands through certain steps and stuff. Like each one of us has something that we bring to the table. And Jenny really has helped us to grow in certain areas and give us some guidelines, or if we had questions and that knowledge. And so we grow as entrepreneurs, we grow as women in this space because of her journey and what she has done before. So put a little something for her that she won't say about herself. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Randy.
Oh no, it's good. Of course. Anytime you guys have a cool or interesting thought, by all means, that's what this is for. And thank you guys for sponsoring this video. It is
I
sponsored by
do.
Tetherball. Yeah.
You know, I'm such an OCD and a perfectionist. I just look at Kuan Ying's name and she typo her name. So can
She
we
typed her
change
name.
that, or is that going to be stuck there and I have to stare at it for the
It's
next 2
typoing.
hours? Because I would hate it so she can't she exit it and come back so she could retype it, or how does that work?
Yeah,
See,
if you want.
this is what they get with me being their coach. So to those out, if she
FBI,
can't
you
change it, then
She just
okay,
exited
so
all.
sick. Okay, so she exit. That's fine.
Fix that.
Okay,
That is good
See,
attention to
that's
detail.
me. That's me, Randy. I mean, these ladies, they work with me, and you know what? I'm not a perfectionist, but I think I'm near a perfectionist. So until we, until Kuan Yin
She's
comes back, there you go. Exactly. Exactly.
On the bottom.
Yes, Kuan Yin.
Like
Kuan's got some fans over here.
Right.
Hi, Booth.
So
Because I would hate to see that last name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. No, we're good.
Oh, you're good. Be advised, I do have some fans that are. I've had guests on before that have gotten proposed to, like from the audience on. So just be advised that may or may not happen tonight.
Uh-oh.
We've had that in the subways here in New York, so you never know. It's okay, right?
That's a good point. we should hang out soon with your husband and everyone. I'm in New York as well for right now.
Yeah, sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great. Jenny, I have not read your book yet. I'll like to read that before we finish the series of podcasts that we'll do here. But again, to your other credit, you are a self-made millionaire and seasoned entrepreneur. And you didn't do this just last year. You did this years ago. And I'm curious as to when you had decided, or if it was something straight from childhood, what made your decision to go and put together an A-Force team? That's a Marvel reference for all women, like an all-woman team to go in and do this project.
That was pretty cool, Randy.
Well, I can say it this way. Ever since I learned how difficult it is for women in the workforce as a serial entrepreneur that I am, from Wall Street to startup to venture capital to a little bit politics. I mean, every single sector I've just mentioned, women are usually taking, the bottom of everything, right? So, I made it a mission ever since I've learned that, especially for the last 6 or 7 years. If you read the data, female founders, when they go out to raise capital, they only get 2% of the pie. 98% of the pie has been consistently for male founders, So I wish that I was Sheryl Sandberg, because then I would be a billionaire. I would have more money to help women. I wish that I was Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. I love her because she donates a lot to charity. But if I have that much wealth, I swear, okay, I will fund every single female project there is that ever come out to life. Every single one of them, right? But I'm not them. So I do what I can to to choose where I write the check, because I do manage a small fund. It's been growing really well since I started.
Same.
And yeah, so oh yes, that's right, Randy.
We should
So
collab
yeah, so
a bit more often.
we should. Yeah, we should just take that offline, you know. So yeah, so I can say I live for women and I'll probably die for women. Okay, so not that I don't love men, right? I don't know if Dark Knight is watching, but he knows what I'm talking about. Dark Knight. Okay, they all know what I'm talking about.
Himself.
So you
Can
see
you
all
fill
their
us in? Because I
faces.
don't.
Himself.
Himself, Dark Knight himself. I'm giving him a shout out. But yeah, so let's leave it as that. And yeah, so here we are, and these three ladies are more than anything that I would imagine to back. And this is a great project, and we trust each other, and that's key for me. It has to be trust, because they can all attest for you that I've given them a lot of what I call is trade secrets in this particular. So now that the world knows about this, none of you guys better take any money under the table and tell them my trade secrets. Okay? So there you go. But yeah,
Who's
we've
asking
been
you to
having a
spill the
great
tea?
time. We've
Spill
been
the
having a great
tea,
time.
Jenny.
Yeah, spill the
Spill
tea.
the tea.
Everybody says
Spill
spill
the
the tea.
tea. Spill the tea. Well, unless you're a female, I can spill the tea. But if you're a male, you got to go through my fund and pay a consultant fee. That's how it's going.
Okay.
Except for Randy and Dark Knight. There.
Nice.
Except for Randy
Okay.
and Dark Knight. Dark Knight
Very
himself.
good.
Okay. That's his name.
So there's
Okay.
this new meme coin Tetherball is on the Solana network, and I don't know if you guys know, but Mike Novogratz and Galaxy Digital are the NVR one sole validators in the world. I think there is room for them for Solana in general to grow a lot, and there is I don't know if you guys have seen the other day. There's a podcast came out. I think Roald Paul and Real Vision were on it, where they had talked about switching their entire bet from ETH to Solana, and then they were just talking about how they're going to have something with their version of the Lightning Network, like kind of from Bitcoin, and it's going to be called Blinks. And what they're doing is you're going to be able to have any website, any social media platform, anything that has a QR code, you're going to be able to buy directly from there, from your phone, from your desktop. Did you know about this beforehand, and that's why you chose Solana, or was there a different reason?
Oh my goodness, there's so many reasons why we chose Solana. But that literally dropped like what, 2 days ago? Yeah, a couple days ago or something
It
like
was
that,
like
right?
not even 48 hours ago.
It
Yeah.
It was like a
well over
couple,
24 hours ago. Yeah.
right?
It
And they're
is
just
on.
dropping. And then Solana, there's so much going on. Solana ETF. No, I've been telling everybody who has come to hear about Tetherball why Solana is just the most, like, it's the most conducive blockchain to meme coins. It's faster. It's lower energy consumption. We're all about sustainability. Solana is very developer friendly. They're just moving at a fast pace. As you saw, they're always adding new product features. They're always improving. The team at Solana is bomb. Like they even like to create space for women builders. Like that's another reason why I want to support Solana. There's a million reasons why Solana is just a great place to build a meme coin and to hype the meme coin. And it's just such a welcoming and wonderful community. And Solana's here to stay. Like they're doing such great things right now. So it made a lot of sense.
Agreed. What are any of y'all's thoughts? I know she avoided whether she knew something prior to all this dropping.
I think she's
anyone else?
like, let me do-
knowledge. I think she has like it's just some kind of secret knowledge gut that she just anticipates something's going to happen, and then it happens. She's like, "See, I told you." We hear that a lot, right? See, I told you, and we don't know what she's got some kind of rocks or something in her house. She's getting the signal somehow, right, Jenny?
She knows. She's like, trust me, ladies.
She's like, trust me.
And we're like, we do.
foretells the future. But yeah,
Well, you know, the thing about it is, you know, I was a former. My mic kind of fall down, so I'm just gonna hold this for now, and then I'll hook it up when it's. So the thing about it is, I was a former analyst on Wall Street. So, you know, I was on Wall Street since I was 20. Now, needless to say, how old I am. I'm like 33. Just kidding. So, um, so my mind, I've been wired that way. You know, I've been wired and not to mention, you know, I love to tout about this, that I love being an Aries, right? And Aries is the leader of the zodiac. It's a fire sign. This particular fire, you see how everybody's kind of tone and I'm kind of like this color fire, you know. So you know, I do light up very fast, but I also cool down very fast. And so one, I believe, of the 12 zodiacs, I've read a lot about zodiac, so I'm not sure what zodiac are you, Randy, but there are
I
two
follow a different
that are
one.
extreme. Okay. There are two that are extremely intuitive, and I'm one of them, and I don't want to say which one. The other one is a Scorpio. Okay, so that's one. I'm not going to say which one of the ladies are it unless they volunteer, but one, there are two in this team. So I'm an Aries, and the second one that I've read are super intuitive, and the third in line is also in this group. Actually, I need to send all three of them this reel that I just saw, that all three of them has been said in this reel I caught last night, that all three of them there, all three of their signs are extremely rare. And I'm not even in it. So I kept that reel because wait a minute. And I said, when I saw that reel on Instagram, I said, these are my three ladies, you know? So anyway, so I do kind of forecast things, and most of the time, praise the Lord, I'm kind of mostly accurate. So just leave it as that.
Okay. Can you so when we're talking about zodiac, I really love the story and the the times tables and everything. I was born in the year of the horse. And
cool beans.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I know you said that Jenny, you were an Aries, but you didn't tell us what animal you were. Now currently it's the year of the dragon. Are you a dragon or are you something else?
Oh my God.
But you know what? That's pretty smart, Randy, because
Well, thank
I'm
you.
not gonna tell you my Chinese zodiac, because then you will know exactly that I'm not 33, but I'm actually 34. Okay, so we'll just leave it as that. But you know, of the 12, you see, I could catch you. But of
Yeah.
the 12 zodiac, let's just say this one may not be an animal. I gave you the biggest clue.
I'm not that smart. So I don't know what you could tell me about myself. I'm Sagittarius.
Very good. I'm Scorpio, so we get
We're
along
close.
very well.
Close.
We're very close, yeah.
Okay,
And
so you're the Scorpio.
Oh
too.
my
Dragon.
God.
I am Scorpio
Okay.
and in the year of the dragon.
That
so
real. Okay.
What, real?
So Michelle is a Scorpio, but that real that I said last night, there are 4 signs actually. It's a Sagittarius, a Leo, an Aquarius, and a Scorpio are the 4 rarest. I mean, the 4 signs that if we know them, I'm gonna send you this reel too, that we must precious them. So then when I saw that, I said, this must be a sign, because they're all like diamonds to me, you know, these 3 ladies.
Very nice.
Hi, Aries.
We got the people going in, and 99 Crypto is wondering if Kwani is single. You don't have to answer that, by the way.
I mean, next question.
It's like Sleep in Comics says, I'm so old they didn't have animals back then. We love Sleeping. He looks younger than me, so I don't know how that's supposed to make me feel. Anyway, we have this Tetherball. When does it's on Solana, which is great. It's like I think they're the number 5 crypto in the world. One is Bitcoin, 2 is ETH. I think you have Tether at 3. Let's get into the Tetherball then. When's the launch date?
Follow our Twitter.
Sorry,
and
I
you will
have
know
technical
soon.
difficulties, but the the listing date, we did a pre-launch today, but the listing date is sometime next week. There, we all learn. I've taught the ladies. We've all learned to never use anything accurate, because I've always said this to them, that money is not in the bank until you really see it in the bank. Okay. So, when people promise to, or, 300, a million, or whatever, yes, you could get excited. Okay. But, until you see that in the bank, money is not in the bank. So, same thing with dates, such as this particular pre-launch. Randy, you know about this because, of course, you signed an NDA with us, and so we let you know ahead of time. Those who sign an NDA with us know about this about 2 weeks ago. So we also put out an embargo to the media, and I heard that that was leaked. So we did a spin of like a strategic last minute, that we move the embargo from last Friday to this Friday, to see. We wanted to catch who's leaking, So, but it's been leaking underground. So, but it's cool, So we were supposed to launch last week. Because of that, we play some games, because again, it's memes, right? I mean, life is too short. Let's have some fun. So, we delay it a week, just to see who would leak it, but we didn't tell anybody that we're going to delay it, right? So a good thing nothing happened, and so here we are. The listing date, all we can say is sometimes next week. So there you go.
So let me read. Let's see if this is if the leaks are 100% legit and I know what they're talking about, or maybe there's 1 or 2 things that you guys might need to correct. So as per Yahoo Finance, they say that in the dynamic realm of cryptocurrency, where innovation often intertwines with speculation, a fresh contender has emerged, poised to disrupt the status quo with a unique fusion of community engagement, entertainment, and technological prowess. Tetherball meme coins, spearheaded by visionary co-founders Kamala Alcantara, Huan Seng, and Michelle Musso, promises to captivate crypto enthusiasts with its pioneering approach. Backed by the formidable support of venture capitalist Jenny Kuta, the project aims to bridge the gap between meme culture and digital currencies, offering both entertainment value and real-world utility. Now, the tail end of that is what I want to focus on, the real-world utility. What can you tell us about that?
Huaning, did you want to take that?
Do it.
Yeah, I can tell you a story. Just like, I think personal stories always like really captivated. So what happened 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, when I was a student in college, what happened was when Bitcoin was just, thriving and stuff, and then people signing contract with mining companies and all the kind of things. And then I just read on the news about this new Bitcoin thing, right, back then. And then, of course, as a nerd, right now I'm still a nerd. Of course, I raised my hand in the finance class, asked the professor, like, what is Bitcoin? Is that worth it to buy? Or like, what's the technology and stuff? And then the formal answer in the class was, it's a scam. Bitcoin is a scam. Blockchain is a scam, So back then, Bitcoin probably, I don't know, under $1 or something. I missed it totally. I didn't do my own research, and then I didn't go on Twitter or like whatever. I'm just like, okay, if my professor said it's it's a scam, I'm not gonna buy in. 10 years later, guess what? How much is Bitcoin today? Like 62K ish, right? Today, I don't know. So anyhow, that was my fault. And then right now, when about this Tether thing, I think educational perspective is really important. If back then I could just go online and then put in Bitcoin, or like today somebody wanted to step into crypto, they can just type in Tether, they can see all the memes, and then you can already like get the information in a really short period of time to get to know, okay, Tether is the probably the biggest stable coin out there, and then XYZ, there are some controversies over there, right? And then from there, I think it's a really like easy entry to the crypto world as well, because if you want to get into crypto, you need to know Tether first of all, right? So that is my personal story, and I just really love the aspect of like doing memes. Memes is just something like you can convey an information in an efficient way and funny. It's not like you are going to sit in the class and then just listen to like 60 minutes of like your finance professor just like blah 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 and then telling you in the end Bitcoin is a scam. But it's like you taking your own responsibility, filter the information, and then be intelligent yourself, right? And hopefully one day you can also meme your own meme as well. So
Agreed. I've worked on my fair share of coins like that, and it's hard. So just to kind of answer a question here, further in the article, it says that venture capitalist Jenny Q. Todd, deeply involved in the blockchain, crypto, there we go, and Web3 space since 2015, elaborated on her decision to fund the project. It says, quote, having seen the debates around Tether, stablecoin, and other cryptocurrencies, I've voiced my opinions both ways. We decided to fund Tetherball meme coin because it's not only entertaining, but through memeing, we hope to bridge the pros and cons. Ultimately, cryptocurrency is here to stay, and despite legal challenges faced by companies like Binance and Tether, I believe Tether will remain a vital pillar of the crypto ecosystem, end quote. So as per Sleep and Comics, I am confused. Is this a VC-backed project? Would you say that's a truthful statement?
Well, it's gonna be yes and no. Sleeping comics. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
be
have
a
them on my
yes and no. Obviously, yeah. Obviously, I am a VC. I run a fund, but this is a different kind of VC that is like the VCs who back Solana. I believe now it's been 2 years that Solana raised $314 million of a round. Um, and I don't believe they've raised any more since then. You can really call that is a VC back, right? So we promise on Tetherball, because we're memeing Tether, and we Tether is transparent to a certain extent, but they continue to not be transparent when it comes to auditing, right? So on this particular meme coin, I've made a vow with the ladies that if questions are asked, we are going to answer as truthfully as possible. So since this question was asked, I will answer this way. If you go onto our website, okay, you will see the tokenomics breakdown. There are 6 co-founders. So when we open our wallets, which would be Phantom next week, we will add everyone's wallet on the website. So under the founding team, okay, there are 15% segregated to the founding team. Okay. Unlike a lot of projects we've seen, it goes as high as 30%. I've seen some low as 12%. Again, we've done all of the due diligence on all of the tokenomics, meme coins, because we're a meme coin. So if you take 15%, you divide it by 6 co-founders. 4 chose to be, share. The other 2, they don't like to, So there are 6 co-founding wallets. If you divide the math, it's 2.5 each, 2.5% each. That's it. So while I funded this particular meme coin from ground zero, I'm still writing checks today. Okay. I'm getting the same percentage as each of these co-founders. Okay. So that's obviously a testament that I'm not in it for the money. Okay. Who doesn't love money, right? I'm in it to number one, to back this meme coin because I love the idea. Now, I know a lot of people are going to watch this, and I have friends, and I'm going to be very transparent again. Okay. I have friends who are anti Tether stablecoin. And I also have friends who are very pro Tether. Now, I spoke about Tether on both ways before. I was against, and I was pro Tether, and then I was against Tether. But what made me shift my stance, okay, was two things. Number one, I'm not going to drop any names, okay, but I'm sure that friend is listening. So the friend told me something about Tether that I felt that it was reasonable. Okay, reasonable. So that was number one. Number two, the case about Binance really turned the corner for me when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, why did I bring up Binance? Is that I also believe that CZ Binance was a bad guy, right? Well, he is because he's in prison. He's in prison for 4 months. So he is a bad guy. That's why he's in prison. So, but I knew that before he was in prison. Now, of course, a lot of people say, well, we all knew that. Okay, well, okay. So everybody knew that, but some people chose to tweet and speak it out, while some people knew that but just kept it, right? So I'm the one that I tweeted. So back to CZ Binance. So he done all that. He got 4 months in prison. He get to keep all of his billions, and his baby's mama are gonna run Binance now because I believe he's banned from running Binance. That's another thing. When CZ gets out, maybe you should talk to the ladies and list this meme coin, because CZ did say that when he comes out of prison, he's gonna start something that has to do with education. And to back what Kuan Ning just said about real world assets, did you guys know, I mean, the world out there, that education is a real world asset? Okay. So back to Tether, right? CZ got 4 months. He gets to keep everything of Binance, his billions or whatever. I do believe that Paolo and the Tether team will probably get something similar. But in the end, if Binance lives, Tether is going to live. So when the ladies brought this idea to me, it just like the glove just fit perfectly. I already love each one of them. Okay. I mean, these ladies are like wonderful. So when they brought the idea to me, it fits so well, and we're memeing. And one of the things to the pro Tether and the cons of Tethers out there, we're not here to take a stance on Tether, stablecoin. Okay, we all made a vow. That's too political. We're in the crypto space. We're going to stick with our meme. But the ladies and I are going to meme pro and con Tethers, because that's what memes are for, right? When we do con memes, con, which the crypto world may call it a FUD, we're not going to meme fake news. Anyone within the community who memes fake news, they will get kicked out of the community, because we're looking for integrity. Okay. So now, how do we meme con memes of Tether? Simple. Go to Google Tether stablecoin. There's tons of stories from Bloomberg, Forbes, Fortune, by journalists, and there are pro articles and there are con articles. So if you want to do a meme about con, pick one of those articles, read it, and then choose something from it and then do a meme. So if someone comes to this community and say, stop memeing FUDs of Tether stablecoin, our response would be, well, we're not reinventing the wheel. We got this meme from Bloomberg, Fortune, Forbes, right? The SEC. We could grab something from the SEC to meme, right? Or you could just go to Palo's page and pick something and meme. Okay. So I won't go further, but I hope I answer your question. But that's how everything evolved, and the three ladies and we have that agreement. And when I saw how we all agree, I had no hesitation but to fund them from the ground up.
That was great. I believe you had answered this question. Thank you for the comments, Sleepin. This one goes out to Cams. From the Yahoo Finance article, you say that with my focus on UX, blockchain technology, AI, mindfulness, DEIB, and more, I've had the privilege of speaking at top blockchain conferences, sharing my insights and humbly inspiring others in the field. We recognize an opportunity to inject a sense of excitement and camaraderie into the crypto space. Traditional cryptocurrencies often lack the human element, and we aim to change that narrative. So over the course of the last few years, during your entrepreneurships, being advisors for tech and innovation, and speaking at all these places, what do you think is the most important thing that you've learned that you can bring to Tetherball? Also, you're on mute.
That
Okay,
is
there
a
you
great. Oh no, that was me talking to myself. That's a really wonderful, beautiful question.
go. Oh, thank you.
You know, recently everybody's been like, what's the next meme coin? Who has a meme coin with a community? Who is this and that? And when I'm joining those Twitter spaces about meme coins, a lot of them are extremely sexist. A lot of them are extremely pessimistic. A lot of them are extremely I don't want to say uneducated, but they don't take efforts, or they're not intentional about educating their audience. And from a perspective of UX and bringing that human element, as I mentioned, making the user experience familiar and comfortable and easy for people to access and making it usable, all of those things combined for me to answer and say, I think the most important thing that I've learned is that you have to have space for people to be human, and you have to see the person as human. And when people are joining crypto, they all have their reasons, or when they're investing, they all have their reasons. They want to make money. They want to get a house for their kids. There's moms out there who are trying to understand how to increase their income, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads. And so you have to humanize this extremely complex experience for them that a lot of marginalized people, Black women, immigrants, a lot of people have been left out of the financial education. A lot of people don't get financial education in the United States. If you're not in the top 1 to 10% of the wealthy families, you're left out. And so you have to see the human in everyone and understand these people really want to learn. They want to be here. And so you have to, when you're building your community, it's not like all these people are tweeting, replying, and there's a bunch of reply guys. That's not community. Community is really connecting people, understanding what their needs are, what their pain points are, what their desires and dreams are, and really getting to the heart of how to get them to that place. And you have to think about, like when people join your Twitter space, for example, I used to have meditation spaces. I had all sorts of people from different walks of life tell me why they came to the crypto space. I had all these millionaire women, billionaire women join the podcast and tell me why, some of them were barefoot and pregnant and exited a 8-figure business. And it's so human to see that all of them had really one goal. They just want to thrive. They just want to live. And they want to be seen and heard. They want to belong. And so That's something I really hope to bring. That's something I really want to bring to the community. It's not just about replying. It's not about good mornings. Of course it is. And we want to have fun. We want to meme. Kuan Ning and Jenny alluded to this. Like memes are so, like the user experience of memes is just, it's so familiar. People understand memes. They're fun. People love to laugh. In emotional psychology, which is what I studied in my master's, neuroscience psychology, when people are happy, they want to share. When people are joyous, they want to share. They want to bring people into their happiness. They want other people to be happy for them. And how beautiful is it if someone's happy for someone else who's happy? Just because they're happy, they're happy. And so when it comes to community, I want to bring that human element. I want to make it easy, accessible, usable. I want crypto to be accessible. I want women to feel like they have a space they can come in and ask another woman or another man in the space that we create. And they feel comfortable asking what they might consider as a dumb question. Because there's no questions that should be dumb in this space. And I don't want people to be scared to ask, should I click on this link? It looks okay, but it's so easy to get scammed. And it's so high tech. Crypto is so new compared to a lot of the things that we have going on in our lives. And we're so early to the space. And really, I want to onboard people in a safe way, especially women, especially because of all of the incredible things that blockchain technology brings. I don't want Web 2 companies and top companies to come in and be like, oh man, there's just a bunch of dogs and cats and, Wen Moon. Like, I want them to understand that blockchain technology is innovative inclusion, financial independence for some people. I want it to mean like, this is something that can help children. Like this is, there's just so many products and so many use cases that blockchain technology can bridge so many pain points globally. There's just so much to do. Look at Kuan Ning tokenizing the rainforest. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I want to bring humanity to the blockchain.
You make a really amazing point, Cams, because when you talked about when we did Women Who Web3, the podcast, we didn't realize how many women were involved in the space and vast aspects of the space and in depth, like really building things from the ground up. And I had said this before that, I think we got left out a little bit. We were a little slow in the Web 2 space. And so now I think with Web 3, we're like getting into the ground and building, and because we want to be part of it. We want to be part of the decision-making that happens for your future, for your children's future, right? So it's really important that we start stepping in and including other women and saying, hey, like, this isn't so hard. When you did Women Who Web3 podcast, we had so many women on there, and my mind was blown from doing it as well. And just the intelligence and the smarts and the detail and how they struggled to create something and where we're going. We have no clue unless there's an outlet and there's a room for them to come and gather. And we need support from our men too, to really help us through this process. Like you, Randy, having us on your show, like really building that community, because it goes hand in hand together. So I just wanted to add that to what you were saying. That was beautiful, Cams.
Yeah, that was a superb response. And we'll get into VV later. There's surprisingly a larger amount of women in that community than there are in most other crypto communities or NFT communities I see. So was really interesting when you guys brought this to me. And Michelle, since you're the last one to speak, your quote in Yahoo Finance goes out and says, from the outset, we understood that Tetherball meme coin needed to deliver tangible benefits to its users while fostering a vibrant community. That's why we've been exploring various utilities and integrations to enhance the user experience, end quote. Now, you have over a decade of experience in journalism. Now, it has particularly been in TV and radio, but content creation as well. Now, I used to date a journalist, and she used to go deep into all of the cases and stuff she was looking at. Like, I mean, full on no contact for days while she goes on and works on these stories. How deep did you have to go with this? And what was your most astounding discovery when researching this topic?
Well, what's very interesting is I fell into the crypto space. So I was more like a slow, gradual person to come into it. Like it always was over here and was for everybody else, that sort of thing. And I always was focused on, whether it was music or entertainment, or I come from the pop side of things, whatever it was. And it was crypto was over here, was kind of almost untouchable. The guys did it, right? And comes in, 2020 comes COVID, right? So then I'm at home and researching enough, getting in different rooms and doing different things. I started to explore into crypto and into what web space would be, a Web3. And then I wind up getting a job and working at CoinDesk. And really the exposure, honestly, and the research from that alone, from everything that I hear, from everything that I learn, from just being there day in and day out, really fostered that environment for me to understand and really want to be part of it, right? So, when you take a little bite of something and you explore, you're like, oh, this is great. And you have to, there's so much, and there's constantly, and with news, as you know, probably your girlfriend, it's constant news coming in every single day. Like the news structure this week is intense, from regulation to, you have to take that into account, to what's happening in ETFs. And now with Solana, I mean, every single day, every hour you can look at it and something new is happening. So there's always something to look at and research into. So I would say that I'm still learning. You're still learning. And sometimes you have to take that risk and jump in to something and go like, this is a great idea. I know this much about it. And that's why we surround each other with people that we can support each other, who knows something about something more than the other person. I think we really all help each other out. And that's why we wanted to build this community and educate, because that's another part of it, is really the education dynamic of the meme coin project of Tetherball. So it's educate other people, and where others can come into the space who are experienced, who have been in from the ground floor, who can share knowledge and make it easily accessible to those who might be a little more hesitant to join, and have fun. Like Cam's mentioned, meme coin, have a good time with it, right? The ups and downs of and that's why we thought like just memeing Tether is great, but also Tetherball, the game. Cam's came up with this idea.
Double whammy.
Game is like back and forth. Like this is awesome, right? The ups and downs, you're playing the back and forth part of the game. So I think that all encompasses life within crypto, life within this space. And yeah, that's what I think.
I feel like Jenny's like Nick Fury trying to put together the Avengers, and to like slowly one by one pick each of you.
She did. She did.
So I think that was only my second Marvel reference for the day. I'll make a few more before it's over. Apologies for any pop culture references that I spew
This
out.
is awesome. We all love Marvel. Come on.
We have a question from Wes saying, what's the circulating supply of Tetherball? Let's get into some of the specifics about this. I know it's 8 something.
It's 888
Either Cam or
million.
I can take this, but I guess.
Good.
And Jenny, Jenny or
okay.
Cam's both.
Okay. Well, we all could. The total supply is 888. So slightly below 900 million. And I think you guys out there listening, you guys might think that Quanning and I came up with the 888, but that's not true. We all did. Cam knows about the number 8. She was actually the one who did the research, and she came up with, originally we thought, let's do 987654321, kind of like that. So we were just playing with numbers. And then finally we had a second round of voting of I always let the ladies vote, and then if there's never gonna be a tie, but then if there's anything, I'll jump in. But I think this one, the ladies decided, and of course in the Chinese Taiwanese culture, the number 8 is considered lucky money, right? So I'm all for it. But I'm more of a 9 and a 7. So obviously, if I had to choose, it'll probably be 9s or 7s. But again, they're the co-founders, and I'm just here to back them, right? So the total supply is 888, so slightly below 900. The circulating supply is currently we have 20% of liquidity. Okay. So we're listing the token next week, and we don't have a circulating supply yet because that depends upon the pre-sale. Okay. Each of us, as I've shared earlier, on our website, the Tokenomics, the co-founders own a total combined of 15%. There are 6 wallets, and each wallet only has 2.5%. And here's another great thing, that when we list next week, you can follow each of these wallets, which belongs to us. We're each not going to hold a ginormous bag of Tetherball coins of that 2.5%. We've all agreed that each of us get a monthly distribution. Okay? A monthly distribution that has a slight increase. So we're going to start out with each of the 6 wallets. I keep mentioning 6 because those wallets we consider are the 6 co-founders. Okay? 2 want to remain silent. The other 4 are here. Okay? So we started out with just 100,000 tokens only. Now, this is live and this is gonna be on Randy's YouTube. The world out there can take what we say and look at what we're gonna do. If it doesn't match, call us out because we're all docs. Okay, we're not undocs. We can't just go away and nobody knows who we are, right? I mean, look, you look at all the faces, and that's another thing that I was so proud of is when the ladies came to me. That's one of the first questions I asked them. Well, are you ladies going to have PFPs and hide behind a PFP? They say, "Oh no. Oh no. We love our backgrounds. We love who we are. Why should we hide?" And that's another thing that I love. I said, "Okay, so this is probably one of the first meme coins, female led, and they're all going to docs." So I love it. So yeah, so the tokenomics is right on our website. Once again, we are setting up our wallets. None of our wallets have anything in there right now. But we're going to list all of the wallets next week. So we're very transparent. And with the blockchain, all of you guys can follow those wallets, but we're not going to specify which wallets belong to whom, right? For example, under the founding team, which is 15%, you're gonna see 6 wallets there, and 6 wallets should have the exact same identical numbers. If one gets 100,000, the other gets 100,000, you get the point. Okay. And then we're gonna add other wallets for marketing. We have a separate wallet for marketing, which we segregated 5%. So this is such a clean cut project that is unlike any other meme coins out there. And that's why I'm behind it, because I built my personal brand from the ground up, right? People who know me, I've shared this before. I was raised really poor. I built my wealth with my own 2 hands, and of course with this. Okay. So the last few months, I've shared so much trade secrets with these 3 women, okay, that I know they've learned a lot. Okay. So I wanted to keep it that way because these 3 women, the reason why I believe in them, because they are good people, hopefully like me. Okay. So, and I like to back good people. And so that's why we're here. And so everything is going to be transparent. We started the pre-sale mid of last week underground, which is something nobody ever has done before. Underground meaning that we asked them to sign an NDA. Starting today on forward, you don't have to sign an NDA anymore because it's now public, right? But underground was really tough because each of us, we know so much of a network, right? But a lot of people, they just don't like to sign NDAs. So what that means is that we're going to get a flood more this week because there's no more need of NDAs. And that's it. One final thing is I keep reminding the ladies, just give me signs and say, Jenny, shut the fuck up. Okay. But I love to explain. So I will further explain. Keep going. Okay. One of another things that I love about the ladies' plan is they cap the pre-sale at just 1 million. They don't want to raise 3, 4, 5 millions. What for? Because the more that you raise, the more tokens you're gonna lose at a very cheap price. And the more that you let go of those tokens cheap, the buyer of the pre-sale, they're gonna own it and they're gonna dump it on you when your token is listed. So I was a former market maker, so I know how that works. And we're not gonna do that to the people. I'm gonna say that. We're not gonna do that to the people who love this meme coin. I mean, I could see mothers and fathers who are Gen X who grew up with playing Tetherball, right? Now they have kids and they heard this meme about Tetherball. Let's just say they don't know anything about Tether stablecoin. They don't care about that. But the name Tetherball is a, Cam's always say it brings back what nostalgic kind of a feeling for these people. So they might open a phantom wallet and put in $100, $500 and buy a Tetherball meme coin for their kids and teach them about cryptocurrency adoption. What is a digital wallet? That's what we're here for. That's what the cause is for. So I will pause there. As you can see, Randy and the people out there in the world, each one of these ladies and myself, we speak from the guts, the heart, the passion of what they do. So while we all love, to be gazillionaires, okay, you know, but we can get there doing it the right way. Just because we are a meme coin, that doesn't mean we're gonna follow the other meme coins and do a bunch of pump and dump, selling a bunch of pre-sales. So then the buyers of those pre-sales are gonna dump it on the people. We're not gonna do that. So if I say it, the ladies already agree with me on that, and we're gonna have fun and see where this is gonna go. So, but we are gonna go to the moon. We're gonna go to the moon.
To
Okay,
the
so
moon!
thank you, Randy.
So let's we have the website on there for if anyone wants to go visit that, the tetherballcoin.com. You mentioned the 20% liquidity pool, which is great. You mentioned that the founding members, there are 6 of y'all at 2.5%. That's 15%. So that's 35%. Let's go over some of the rest of the stuff. The community incentives, just so I know I'm defining that right, and shout out to 330 people that are here. The community incentives, that's if people want to go and do any type of, hey, if you make the best meme coin or the best tetherball meme of this week, this competition, you'll get X amount of tokens. Or if they make a cool video with tetherball, they'll get X amount of tokens. So that's what you mean when you talk about the incentives, right? Okay.
Yes, yes. So if I may explain, I think I love math. So the lady keeps saying, Jenny, when it comes to numbers, you take it, right? So here's the thing. Like if you go to our website, if you click either about us or how to buy, you will see we created a fun little video. Okay. And so probably one of our first competition is to open it to the community to make a video so we can replace that video. Okay. So every week we're going to have a competition to make videos like that. And we ask the community, we're going to choose one, and that winner will get a bag, right? From us, and we will use that video where we replace the video that we have now. So there are just so many games, and the ladies, especially Cam's Kwan Ning loves to travel. I got to learn that from her. I can barely travel. When I was in Asia lately, I said, oh, get me home. Just get me home. I need my home bed. But so yeah, so the thing that we want the world out there to understand about the Tetherball meme coin is there's no burning. You know how other meme coins is gazillions point dot zero 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 whatever, and then once in a while they say they're gonna burn 200 million. Personally, to the ladies and I, no personal offense to anyone, we think that's kind of stupid, right? So instead of burning, we have no burning mechanism. So the tokens, that particular tokens, if we're gonna burn, we incentivize the community. We want it like we could have a program that says that if you don't have a phantom wallet yet, open one and we'll airdrop you 500 Tetherball coins, right? So that's how we help the entire crypto ecosystem to have more adoption through Solana blockchain. And personally, I believe Solana could be $1,000. No, no investment advice here, but yeah. So no burning mechanism. We have a percentage. I think Cam was the one who came up with this. She came up with all the numbers. I'll give it to Cam's to run down each of the numbers, and then she knows the numbers. So Cam's, go ahead and take over.
You're talking about the tokenomics. Yeah. So
Yes.
so Randy and Jenny spoke so eloquently about everything, but everything we've done as a team was intentional. You can easily go on like Pump That Fun or whatever and create a meme coin in like an hour or something. I don't know how long it takes. It takes a couple, not that long. We were very intentional about creating the meme coin. It's not just a meme coin. It's yes, big fan of Solana. It's a community, it's education, it's transparency, it's entertainment, it's fun. We want to have in real life events sometime. We want to do community digital events, the video contest that's coming up, but we also want to have regular Twitter spaces. And in those Twitter spaces, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever we decide to do, I am a trained certified meditation teacher. I'd love to hold space for people who want to have a little bit of self-care. We want to invite people to come and share their expertise, whether they're building a new game in Web3, whether they're a new woman entrepreneur and they want to share what they're building, whether it's an AMA with the Tetherball founders, or if it's someone else in the space who's building. We want to have we want to give back a lot of great information and utility in that way as well. Now, as far as tokenomics, we've broken it down. Jenny talked about the no burning mechanism. We're like Dogecoin and Bitcoin in that way. There's just so many cool things we want to do with that. Like, for example, offering merchandise where you have to use our Tetherball token to purchase that merchandise, where we want to give back to a philanthropy. A lot of us care so much about different causes, and there's so many causes we could contribute to, but we certainly want to center around giving back to women. And there's so much I could say about that. But as far as tokenomics, what you called me on, 20% for liquidity, 15% just for community incentives. OMG community, you're in for a treat. 15% again, Jenny already talked about founding team members. 10%, obviously we got to support the devs and those people who are in the background on the back end who are building everything, securing our smart contract, ensuring we have anti-bot protection on our smart contract, all sorts of things. We want to make sure everything's secure. And then again, the 5% marketing. And then we have additional, the remaining goes to reserves for additional liquidity and other acquisitions in the future. We have a very robust roadmap you can find on our website. We just got so much stuff to look forward to.
I'm curious about the 35%, where you have, it says there's for additional liquidity, which makes sense. Like if some whale comes in and just wipes you guys out, it's like, oh, okay, you could put more back in there so that people are able to go in.
Yeah, Jenny, I think
Jenny has an answer for that. She has something to say.
Jenny,
Good
jump
question.
in. Pop you in.
Good question.
All right. So if you go on our website, you will see 35% is gonna be locked in a separate wallet, and that's reserved For what did we write? Can you guys remind me? What did we write under 35% on our website?
Additional
You guys wrote
liquidity and
some
other
words, and what
acquisitions.
what did we
There's
agree to write?
additional liquidity.
And other acquisitions.
Yes, additional liquidity and other acquisition. Yes.
What are you
So other
acquiring?
acquisitions mean, you know, I am my background. I'm a 3X, right? I exited 3 times. M&A, Quanting knows I recently kind of coach on the side about M&A. You know, so this meme coin can do some M&As. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it as that. Then let's go back to someone just texted the team. I guess they texted me. You guys saw I was on the phone. Say, Jenny, somebody
Yeah.
asked about the pre-sale. Can you answer it for us? Okay, I'll answer. So the thing about the pre-sale, I've shared already. It's cap at 1 million. We started last Wednesday. We already lock in some. As soon as the pre-sale reaches 1 million, not $1 over, it's done. Okay, no more. Okay, some of that million we're gonna add into liquidity. Some we're gonna put it in marketing because we're looking to do real world events. Okay, like we're gonna travel with the Tetherball team from LA to Vegas to New York to, you know, wherever you know,
Singapore.
Cams or Michelle or Quanting choose. My responsibility is just buy the damn tickets for all of them and let's just go. Okay, that's my responsibility, right? So, and I wanted to share another thing, and Quanting, she's welcome to jump in because she's good at this part, is about fractionalization. Okay, there's a difference between our Tetherball and all of the meme coins out there. Now, if you go on our website, you will see that we have a button that's called competition. And there we compare Tetherball with Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, and Bonk. Dogecoin has its own blockchain, the Dogecoin blockchain. Shiba Inu and Pepe, they're on Ethereum. And that leaves Tetherball and Bonk are both on Solana. You can compare everything and you can see the uniqueness of the Tetherball. Now, none of the other ones, I don't believe, except maybe Dogecoin, can be. No, I believe they do. Many people think that our token are not fractionalized. Our token was built to be fractionalized because we believe that the Tetherball is scarce. It has scarcity. So unlike all of the other meme coins where there are unlimited, Dogecoin keeps on printing every month, and then Shiba trillions. So that's why they have to burn them. Ours, there's scarcity. So we're kind of like a Bitcoin. The thing about Bitcoin that I believe if Satoshi Nakamoto were to be alive today, he's probably not going to have a 20 million total supply, because that, to me, when you do the math, that's too low to have liquidity. Okay, now if anybody want that master class, you got to pay this group here. Okay, because we're into education. Okay, we're gonna pay the Tetherball team group because they're going to offer master classes. Okay, these ladies are geniuses. Okay, so you know, so we believe with the scarcity, our Tetherball can easily rise to 10 cents, you know, a quarter, 50 cents, $1, $2, $3. Unlike all of the other meme coins, we've done the calculation. Okay. Some of those out there who are watching us right now that have signed an NDA, you've seen that calculation. We've done the math, we've done the numbers. We're not going to start the Tetherball with so many zeros, like point zero, 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 whatever, And then when they pump it on Twitter, I would see a tweet that said, "Oh my God, Pepe just lost a zero. Zeros we can't even pronounce." So the fractionalization comes into play is when a token can go to $1, $2, or $3, because at that time you can pay someone in fraction and not having to pay them the whole. So I just wanted to share that. Hopefully I've answered whoever it was that asked the question to the ladies, and
I think
I'll
you did.
just take all the shot with the numbers. So yeah.
You do the numbers,
Okay.
Jenny. You're the numbers girl.
So you mentioned that you think Tetherball could get to 10 cents, which means that the pre-sale was obviously below 10 cents. You don't have to say how much you sold it at for the pre-sale, but how much percentage-wise have you raised out of the million that you want? Did you raise
Well,
30,000 or 800,000?
you know what, Randy?
Yeah.
You know, the
Yep.
ladies are always thankful to have me because I catch these things just like that. That question there is the same thing as when you were asking me, what Chinese zodiac am I born in? Right? There
Yeah.
you go. So we're not going to say anything, but I'm going to be transparent with you this way. Okay. On Wall Street, as everyone out there, you can Google about me. I came from Wall Street. Okay. I learned my knowledge from Wall Street. I took everything that I've learned, and these ladies can one day together write a book about what I've taught them. I hope so. Okay. And this is genuine from what, and they're right here. How can I lie if all three of them is right here? I believe I've taught them a lot. I've coached them. Let's just say not taught. I've coached them little by little. Okay. So the thing about Wall Street and raising capital, there are two different types terms: a hard lock and a soft locked. A hard lock is they've already sent us the money. Money is in the bank. Okay. A soft lock is, well, they've all signed NDAs, of course. Okay. So the soft lock would be, I love Cam's husband. His name is Alfredo, and they have two beautiful kids. A soft lock would be someone is interested, sign, we've sent them the paperwork. We know how much they wanted to put, but they say, oh, you guys are launching tomorrow. Okay, well, we want to see that. Okay. And then, oh, you're gonna go on live with Randy. Okay, we're gonna see that. And then it's gonna be, oh, well, it's Friday, let's talk on Monday. Right. So if we add all of the soft locks and the hard locks together, it's already oversubscribed. Okay. So, oversubscribe in Wall Street world, meaning that you're raising X amount, but people offer you more than that X amount. So that's why you're oversubscribed. So that would be my answer. But we're not gonna give any percentage here because again, until money hits the bank, money's not in the bank. So we're not gonna share any numbers. So I hope that is transparent enough for the world out there, because we promise that we're gonna be transparent. So that would be the answer.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm surprised you gave me that much. I was a pretty sensitive question I asked, so thank you for that. They have Bruce asking we should Conning as co-founder. That's amazing. Need to hear more questions from her. Okay, so let's move on to the. Well, I guess before we do the roadmap, what's the ticker symbol going to be? What's the abbreviation that we type in where we swap the Solana for?
Oh my God.
They
Okay,
know.
about ticker, we cannot
Now
talk
here's the
much,
thing.
but yeah, Jenny will take this one. No, Jenny, you have to take this one. This
All
one
right.
is
So see how they
yours.
all push to me? Because
No, this one is really yours.
here's the thing, though. Yes. While I am not an attorney, but for this team, I am their internal attorney. So anytime that they're so I'll take the hard shot. We can't really give the ticker right now for XYZ reasons. And if you want to know what that XYZ reason is, you got to pay the ladies a master class. I'm going to talk a lot about master classes in here because those are trade secrets. So we all know that knowledge is power. And for you to get someone's knowledge, it's either you hit hard in their hearts, like these ladies, they hit my heart, so I'm willing to offer it, or you got to pay your way in. Master classes are not cheap. And this meme coin is all about education. And even if you want to attend our master classes and want to bring your lawyer, we welcome that. We don't need a lawyer. I will be there. Okay? We will be fine. So we can't offer a ticker at the moment, but you will know that ticker when we are publicly listed.
Cool beans. I saw
Lots of
on the
tricky
roadmap.
questions out there.
Yeah. The in the roadmap, it says the Q2 is going on right now. That's the pre-launch and launch phase. Q2 ends in a couple of days. I looked at a little bit at Q3, Q4, and even into 2025 and beyond, and it didn't say anything about doing any buybacks yet. And that's something I wanted to ask you guys, because at some point you guys will sell merch, some things that are only available in the Tetherball token. And I was wondering, with those funds, how are you going to reallocate them in the business? Are you going to take those funds and are you going to put it more towards? Go. What are you putting that towards?
Okay.
Yeah, Jenny.
All right. So you hit the nail on the wall. Oh yeah. Thank you, Kwaning. Again, they're just gonna send all the numbers to me. You did hit the nail on the head when it comes to that. Merch is one of the biggest way that we do our buybacks, because as you know, in order to have merch, we have to use fiat to buy the hoodies or whatever the case may be. We actually have some great ideas besides hoodies that is connected to Tetherball. So we will only accept Tetherball. Okay, so Christmas is coming up. We're probably gonna have, don't share the secrets, ladies. You know, we talk about that. So we're gonna have some really neat stuff for Christmas season coming up, and we're only going to accept Tetherball. Okay, so that's how, instead of doing a buyback, okay, we're selling our merch and collecting the Tetherball back into the company or the project. And that's how we recycle the liquidity. And I hope I've answered that question.
That was good. So West Coast guy, I think is a little, just for other people that might be a little confused here, saying the website says Tether, the stable coin, launched in 2014, and then blah blah blah. He says, "Do you mean 2024?" Just long story short, for West Coast guy, Tether is actually the number 3 token over in the world right now. They're just basing the meme coin Tetherball off of Tether. So that's the just in case anyone else is confused with that. So we have thank for the reallocation of and I know that's how you're going to recycle. What's going to be the main priority for those recyclables? Recyclables? I don't know the plural of that word. The recyclables of that, would it go more into the acquisition fund? Would it go more into liquidity pool? Would it go to paying for dexes and sexes?
Well, of course, when we cross that bridge, we will consider it then, because the project is still early and then everything can change. But certainly right now, 35% in the reserve, we believe that that's big enough for acquisitions. If we're gonna have merch and stuff like that, it might go into one of 2 ways or 3 ways. Definitely community. So if any of you all out there, like the pictures, the PFPs that you see, their PFPs on our website, they're like the lead of all lead. It's like skin in the game. Okay. They came in, they believe in us, they gave us their permission to put it on there. So we were going to honor them back, okay, by giving them special treatments. Let's just say it that way. But we're not stopping there. Okay. You can take a screenshot of all of the PFPs right now. So we want to continue adding more lead ambassadors. So if you love what you've heard so far and you want to join this project, we want to grow the community, we will always recycle the tokens back for community. So number one, it's always going to be for communities. Okay, so if you're going to be a part of this community, you know for a fact that we value you, we precious you, and we will honor you. And we currently have a private group. I'm not going to say where, because I don't want any spams or stuff like that. So we have a nice, we will invite you, Randy. We love you. So you let us know. We'll invite you in there.
Thank
So
you.
that's number one, it's community incentive. Number two is probably going to be for marketing. Again, we love to have outside events because this is Tetherball. Tetherball is a sport. Besides memeing Tether stablecoin, we're also a sport. So we love to do outside events. And the third one we're probably going to put into is the development. So what you see on the website right now, the ladies and I work so hard with that website. But obviously this is the version 1. We want to have a version 2 coming up, and we want feedback with our community. This first version that you're seeing is based from the ladies and I, because we wanted to build in peace, in quiet. We just we can't leak them. Okay. So the next version of the website, we would love to get the feedback from our community, and we will go with that. So we believe as Tetherball, grow, with it again, maybe less than 0.1 and then 10 cents. And, so the community will grow with us and everything else will grow. So I hope I answered that question, Randy.
Yes. So we're talking about real life events. There are, I'm not sure how to word this, but I would say there are other memes and other things that are similar to tetherballs. Like one of the things that I had thought about earlier in the show was like, oh, you could have you have your own IP. You could have a tetherball, and I'm thinking, oh, you could name it Wilson from Castaway, but that's a volleyball. That's not a tetherball. Have you guys thought about naming your own IP, making a character, and writing a comic, having them go on adventures to meet other balls? I know that sounded dirty, but maybe the dirty things too.
It's cute. Like, Cams, didn't you say something like that or no? This is
I'm like obsessed with the
brain is
tetherball. That would be great to have an animator and do all sorts of stuff with the tetherball. The tetherball is like tied to so many different things. Jenny alluded to this earlier. It's just nostalgic. It's easy. It's accessible. Like anybody can play tetherball. It's you literally you can slap the ball, punch it, you can hold the string and throw it, you can put it in your mouth and throw it if you wanted to. So yeah, no, I mean anybody could. It doesn't matter like if you like it. So that was one of the top reasons I loved it. Like it's accessible, and that's something I wanted crypto to be as well. And as a team, we wanted something cute and relatable and friendly. And so yeah, I personally hadn't thought of IP, but I have brought up a couple times like some things we could do with it. Not gonna share too much about what we've thought about, but there's certainly a lot we can do with it, and we're very excited about all the possibilities.
Yeah, so if tetherball, I know, so I guess this would be up to you guys, obviously, but I think it'd be pretty fun to have the tetherball created by all you wonderful ladies. Have tetherball be created by women and have it be like a dude. Have tetherball be a boy, and then if you guys want to get tetherball a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you guys think, I just think that'd be a fun little transition there. And maybe there's somewhere where we could talk about this, because if you go on the Tetherball Twitter, which I'll show y'all in 2 seconds here, it shows the website, which is great, but it doesn't show where we can go and interact with other Tetherball fanatics. Telegram, is there a WhatsApp? Is there a Discord? Let us know where we can get more Tetherball stuff.
Yeah, Randy, I think it's a really good question and also good idea, which we also in our backlog in terms of like different merch and like different marketing idea. Because even though it's a women led, in the end of the day, a lot of guys we have been talking to from the past 2 weeks who already joined us as well, they are so lovely, and then like they are just like really supportive as well. That is why I am this project, this meme coin project, is going to be ultimate inclusive meme coin project talking about IP and regulation. That is why I think one of the most important reason why we have Jenny here to talk about that. And then I think we have been talking about this for some time as well. So Jenny can give you some scoops. I'm not like I'm throwing ball all the time to Jenny, but it's just like that is her kind of like,
Tetherball. Going to Jenny.
yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are playing a game today, aren't you?
Yeah, Jenny, I'm gonna put this on you.
Well, okay. So I know a thing or two about IPs, obviously. But on our website, I forgot where. I believe it's in the Q&A section. It is, since today's Friday, so you
Yeah.
all,
Happy Friday.
you guys should check it out this weekend and read the Q&As. There is a Q&A that I remember that listed out all of our domains that the tetherball.com owns. So we own Tetherball coin.com. We also own tetherballcoin.ai. Now, AI, okay, Cam's background, Harvard, MIT, she's really good with AI. And besides her, the ladies are also good. I'm pretty good with AI too. Okay. So we own tetherball.com. I mean, tetherballcoin.ai for a reason. So IP wise, we are currently working on that from trademarks to possibly patents. But yeah, we're gonna run this in a fun way that again, we're gonna flip the script of all of the other meme coins. And so you know what? Since Quaning and Michelle hasn't been talking too much, they haven't been talking too much. I'm gonna ask them each a question so they can talk more. Now I know Kuan Ning is super early where she's at. She's in Germany, super early. Michelle is getting to be kind of late because she's in the East Coast like you, Randy. So I wanted to ask uh Kuan Ning this question. I'm gonna ask Michelle a question. So Kuan Ning, okay, you have done a lot podcasts, you've interviewed a lot of people, and you're a co-founder of this project. What is the one thing that you will share to the world? I can see you have a lot of fans, okay, uh
Signing
about this
autographs.
this tetherball project that you're so passionate about. Okay, so wait for the answer. Let me ask Michelle, and then if you can take us out, okay? You're being in media, right? TV, Sirius XM, and you're in CoinDesk, which is where you're connected to, crypto. I know you answer Dr. Evans in a different interview when she was asking you why a meme coin, why now? So you share a little bit there. If you can elaborate that on the Randy show, why did all three of you come together and choose a meme coin? So Kuan Yin go first, then Michelle.
Yeah, so probably I will answer this with two answers. So number one is that I already shared the story earlier, right? About my personal story. I miss out Bitcoin big time because I didn't do due diligence by myself. I believe in others. But second of all, I love comedy. I might look really cold outside, but actually deep down, I'm like hilarious. So when it comes to memes, it's just my thing. And also, what I've observed is that most of the intelligence people are stand-up comedians, because you need to be so smart to be able to give a piece of information, convey an information from a meme. from a meme. Can you believe that? And also because we promote, you meme something based on the real world kind of legit news, right? So those news pieces, like from Bloomberg, from Forbes, or like from CoinDesk as well, where Michelle is working at, they are legit. And then also those journalists put a lot of effort to compose one piece. And imagine our community members has to be so intelligent to compose a meme based upon one piece they have been working on for like, I don't know, 2 months or like 1 month for etc. And then to other people to be able to understand what's really going on in the world, right? So personally, I'm a bit of like sapiosexual. I don't know, what do you know what does it mean? That I'm highly attracted to like intelligent people. Yeah, intelligence.
I'm
like
likewise inflicted.
Exactly. And I have a little bit of like ADHD as well. So like I really focus on like those kind of communication. Yeah, exactly. Just a little bit. Yeah, so I can envision our community in the future. You need to be so smart to be able to meme something, and then you need to be able to catch up on a trend as well. So that'll be my number one answer. And my number two is that why meme is culture, right? I think I'm quite young, actually. I'm not going to say how old am I. I would just leave it like that. But I wanted to uplift the younger culture as well. So what I'm seeing right now, what I'm seeing right now on LinkedIn as well is people also like memes, which is funny, right? Because my another company, we do a lot of marketing on LinkedIn, and recently we found that the memes are also catching up, which means the different generation are more open to this kind of way of communication. And if you really look into culture, Solana is the place to be. Solana is just the place to go. And then from there, if we can build a community, intelligent people, inclusive ecosystem, I think that will be my ultimate goal. Like, I mean, I've lived basically. Yeah, my life is meaningful if I can really build. We can all build this ecosystem, cross generation, cross border. I woke up at 4 a.m. and Michelle is here, Kems and Jenny, Randy for sure. Oh my God, I'm just so pumped. Yeah, so Michelle, I will just give the stage to you.
That's awesome. You asked me about why a meme coin. Is that what you said, Jenny? Why a meme coin? Why now? Kind of thing.
Yes. Yep.
Well, I think my answer was why not, right? Is basically why not? And the timing is perfect with how everything has been happening in the space. And my favorite part of this whole thing, outside of the meme coin, the meming culture, when you're meming something like what you just talked about, Kwanning, about the funniness of it, the comedy, the different intelligence behind it. Outside of that, I would say has to do with the education and the community aspect. And what you spoke to is in my background when it comes to journalism and communication and building relationships. We know how important that is to connect. We all have that strive to connect. I recently watched a quick little thing on a TED Talk. They did the shorts on TED Talk, and the gentleman, I have to do more research on this to really find out the specifics of it and how accurate it was. But he spoke a little bit about addictions and connection and relationships with people. We all know addictions, that's a separate topic, has a different meaning to it. But they had mice and they put drugs in the water. And when they left the mice alone, when the mouse was alone, it would tend to go towards the water that had the drug in it to give it happiness and joy. But when the mouse was in an environment that it had other mice to be with it and to run and play and have the community and family, it never touched that water that had that drug in it. It always went to the fresh water. And so it kind of gives an idea of what community really means. I mean, sometimes you have some people that may come into a community and it may not be for them. It may not work out. They may be, volatile or in any way. But most of the time when you have a very vibrant, healthy community and when people are having a good time or they can relate to something, whether it's the gaming community, skateboarding, whatever it is that you love, that's where it fosters it fosters a healthy, like a family environment, and it also can foster education and learning. You learn the best when you're in a community and you have great experiences. So I would say that that would be what's most important for me, to engage in the storytelling aspect of it. What we look forward to, like, you know, our weekly media engagements, create daily content that we're going to have. I think Cam's talked about her meditation classes. And really the goal is to demystify the complexities of cryptocurrency, you know, for the everyday user, for people who don't know how accessible this stuff is for them. I mean, other countries, they use crypto to really help themselves. Like we have the dollar, but in other countries, their way of their currency may not work for them. You know, they live in you know, very, what was the word I'm looking for? Cams, you're really good with this. Very more of a poor community. They're not underdeveloped. You know, yes,
Underserved.
I don't like to use the word unbanked.
Underserved,
Yes,
unbanked.
underserved. Yeah. So I mean, it's really important to have that part of it. Was really excites me, is really making it more accessible and make it relatable for others.
There's so I really I love those types of studies where they talk about, well, not just drugs, but reasons why to and why not to, and why people don't. And I think that's really cool that the rats do that, just as that sense of community and camaraderie that a lot of people don't get. Maybe people like played high school football, or they were on a sports team, or like me, I was in the military, you know, that type of thing helps. And a lot of people don't get that, but they can get that here. There's just kind of follow up on that, or piggyback on that. I know you guys had launched out of Wyoming, which is great. There's a bunch of favorable reasons to do that. But typically a lot of tech projects, whether it's AI, Web3, anything in that range, a lot of them are founded in Silicon Valley. And a lot of people in Silicon Valley, at least a lot of the workers, to help them get through the day and to help them express certain ideas or go down different roads, is they microdose, whether it be on mushrooms, be on LSD. For this meme coin or this project, was there any particular person in any particular steps that was founded upon those resources?
Well, give me a little more back what you meant. Would you connect to the drug aspect? We talk about mushrooms. Just say that one part again.
Yeah, so a lot of people in Silicon Valley that work in these big tech industries like AI, any type of coding, any type of Web3, in order to help them, I guess, work, or in order to help them think outside the box, sometimes they heavily dose, but a lot of times they just microdose on mushrooms or LSD. I was wondering if any of these projects had any help from those areas. Yes, Jenny.
Go ahead, Jenny.
You know what? I believe I know these three women quite well. And I can fairly say, unless they can keep really good secrets from me, but one of the things that I can say I love these three women is because they're very much like me. And that is, well, maybe they're not as much as me, because I don't drink, I don't drug, I don't smoke, I don't anything. But I'm sure these ladies, they drink. Okay, I'm fine with that. But when it comes to microdose, no. Cam is a mom, so all of you bros out there say, "Oh man, they're boring as," you know what I'm going to say, right? No, because this is an educational meme coin. How can we give you education if we're halfway knocked up, right? I mean, that won't make sense. Kwan loves intelligent people. You know, she and I get along super well. You just heard Michelle and Cam's. I mean, come on, MIT and Harvard. Okay, I mean, I would drop dead if I'm in one of them, but she's in both. Okay, and so if you guys haven't seen our interview with Dr. Evans, I answer in there that these ladies, they intimidate me. Okay, but so the long to short answer is no, unless, you know, we do work late nights. These ladies and we work late nights,
Coffee
but
helps
like
sometimes.
lately, each of us, yes,
Jenny
each of
doesn't
us will get
sleep.
only a few hours of sleep. I don't
That's
sleep.
hard.
You're the dark
But
knight.
you know what
Jenny.
gives us,
That's it. You're the dark knight. We just didn't
yes,
know. That's it.
Don't even mention that name
All
now.
in
Don't
black.
get me there. But
Mhm.
right. But you know, I believe that how we do lose a lot of sleep, especially the last couple weeks because we were on crunch time. And the next day we all have the energy because we do believe that we really love each other as a team. Okay, the genuineness is there. That leads me to this next question from Lily. Okay, so she asked me, Jenny, I would love to know, women tend to fight. Okay, they argue in the fight. How is it that four women can work together? Can you be transparent? Now, I said, if the question is asked, I'm going to be transparent. So I believe each of the ladies already gave out their zodiac. So let me repeat again to those who miss it. Randy is a Sagittarius, right?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so he's a fire sign. I'm an Aries, so I'm a fire sign. Cams is an Aquarius. She is actually an air sign. Kuan Ning is a Leo. Okay. Don't ask her Chinese zodiac because she's gonna give you the same answer as me. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, but you can know that she's a Leo, so she's also a fire sign. So the three of us on this side, Randy, Jenny, and Kuan Ning, we're a fire sign. And then Michelle is the Scorpio. She's a water sign. Now, to those who do know zodiac signs, if you were to take a guess, it will probably be me and Michelle were to butt heads. And that is true. Okay, that is true. But here's the thing I would like to remind those out there. An Aries and a Scorpio, look this up, they share one planet, and that is called Mars. Okay, so you can't share the planet if you keep fighting and you don't make up. So at the end of the day, the deep down between an Aries and a Scorpio, there is deep love, but they fight. So at the end of the day, that Mars that they live, they share. Michelle and I just say, just put a divider in the middle.
You stay on
So
that
whenever
side,
we fight, she's
on
on
this
that side.
side.
So yes, exactly. Exactly. So to answer the
We're very
question,
direct.
Lily,
Very, very direct, Lily.
that is correct.
Honest and direct. That's
Yes.
one thing. Speak
So,
out and all. So we get it out. That's it.
yep. So there's an open line of communication among all, you know. And the thing that's really funny, and here's another transparent. I'm giving away trade secrets, you three, is we made a vow that, let's just say, if I was to argue with Kuan Ning, I don't think that happened yet. Okay. Um, had a tiny with Cams and had a few with the Scorpio. Okay. But the thing about it is, if I get upset or Michelle will run to Cams because because we're all in the same group, so she could pour her heart out. Cams is the one that takes the hit the most because I would run to Cams. And then recently, now that Kuan Ning gets to know Michelle and Cams a lot more, we can run to Kuan Ning too. Okay, so that's the short to long answer, Lily. Okay, is that
meditation
of course when we
master.
work together, and yes, and each of us, as you can see now, we're raw. We have very strong personality. Each of the women are super intellectual. So how can you be strong and being intellectual and building something like the Tetherball and not butt heads? So I think butt heads are fine. So thank you, Randy. I just wanted to squeeze that in.
Yeah, I just also want to add one thing. So I have been building the startup for the past 3 years. And then what I love about this team is that we don't say I. We say
Everything's
we.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah, we say we. I mean, of course
Mhm.
there's gonna be some beef in between, but like if you don't put the team as first, prioritizing it, there's nothing gonna work. So I think when we communicate something, we are all aim for the best for the team, for the community, and we are here for a long time and a fun time. And without open communication, of course, nothing will work, you know. And then yeah, so that's probably the short answer for it. And then I really love ambassadors as well. In this private chat, everybody's super pumped. Soon Randy will be also in. So yeah, I will give the stage back to you, Randy.
Thank you. So there's been a lot of talk about signs, and I was wondering that you guys have been working on this for a while. You probably could have launched this relatively whenever you wanted. Did you choose Q2, or did you choose the end of Q2 because we would be out of Mercury retrograde by then, and you didn't want to go and launch something inside of Mercury retrograde?
You want to talk about who's paying attention right now? That man right there. Wow.
Hi.
Very good. You were a smart part, Randy.
Just a little
Smart
bit.
part. Oh, that
Sometimes.
was quick. It could, you know what? I think it might have like accidentally happened that way because, you know, like Jenny has intuition
Meant
and
to
she
be.
plots and plans certain things. And numbers are really important to all of us. We really believe that numbers are important. The signs are important. Are also, we're all women here, so we have individual intuitions and our gut feelings that you go by. I think that all kind of encompasses those decisions. And when it's right, when you just know it's right, sometimes you have to wait a little bit. Sometimes you have to work things out, tweak them, and until it's all ready, and then get the go. And if it's if it lands on the day that's a number 4, it's a no. That's for sure, right, Jenny? No 4s. No 4s are bad. 4s are bad. I learned that. No 4s are bad.
Good to know. So I guess meetings are not held on the 4th, 14th, or 24th.
That's
And
right.
We
Nope.
go to the beach. Kwani
Nice.
goes hiking. Michelle takes her dog out. I turn off my phone. No talking to me. But do you know why, Randy? Do you know why the number 4? Take a wild guess. It has to do with Chinese.
Well, if 8 is really lucky, half of 8 is 4. That's my only guess that I would. It's probably not the answer.
Very close. I've never heard that before, but that's really close. Well, in the Chinese culture, if you pronounce the word 4th, I mean, Kuan Yin is better than I am, so I'll let her talk. You know, well, she's Taiwanese, but she's closer. Yeah.
As soon as you said that, we
yeah,
have
go ahead, Kuan Yin, take
444
over.
people here.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
but then that's an angel sign.
No.
The angel sign.
Oh my God, vibes! That's an angel sign,
I
though.
want to jump in.
But Kuan
or
Yin,
jump out.
tell the world about the number 4. Tell the world about the number 4.
Yeah, number 4, in Chinese pronunciation, it means death, right? Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you
It
want me to
sounds like
pronounce
that.
it. Yeah. Yeah, but different melody, basically. If you know Chinese, they have different melody. If you pronounce slightly differently, then it means completely different, right? So yeah, that's kind of why. And it's not bad to be superstitious as well, right? So I mean, all for the good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There is a couple of minutes left here. So I know you said that, Quanning, you de-stress by you hike or you bike. What does everyone do to de-stress? What does everyone do in their free time? Just to,
Yeah. So you just like ask us if we use any substance, right? I'm telling you, I'm occasionally go on 100K cycling, right? Just to get my dopamine hit. After this one, I'm going on another 160. So yeah, that really helped me to concentrate because I don't know, there is a study from MIT as well talking about exercise will make your brain big and fluffy, and then sport really helps. And then all of us, I don't know Cams and Michelle, but I know Jenny also is really, really active, like really, really fit in terms of like running as well. So like, I think that is one of the key component in this team that we need that, you know, dopamine injection. And then like, after that, you can just be so focused. And I do cold shower as well. So that's just,
those are hard.
Those are good.
yeah.
Those are good. It depends. It's been hot, so maybe not so hard lately. I think it's
Yeah,
been
no,
hot.
Exactly.
Put me in the
90
cold
degrees
shower right away. I like the ocean.
My cold shower. Yeah, it's right there. I was gonna say my cold shower is go straight to the beach and just jump in there.
Jump in.
Jump in, like
Jump in the ocean.
That's it.
I have to go see
Clothes
the
on,
ocean.
shoes on, whatever to de-stress, just jump in.
That's
So
right.
yes,
100
we
km.
still
Good.
whoever who are talking, we are still interested to talk to you guys about the pre-sale. We haven't locked yet, so hit any one of our DMs and we will take you
Not
to
mine.
next steps. NDAs are no longer needed? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So just reach out to us. Randy is a great guy. Shall we share the next chat with them, Randy, so they can catch us again?
Oh, yes. It is. Is that going to be this following Monday or next Monday?
This upcoming Monday, right? Or isn't that what we
Monday.
did?
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. You guys are gonna see us
Monday.
again.
Yes.
For another.
We're gonna do it again on Monday.
And it might get more wild than before.
Exactly.
We're all comfortable now.
Yes. How about each week we'll get a little more wild?
Yes. Let's go for it.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, though. We believe the communities they have. Yeah, and the communities and everyone who's listening, they have questions. Feel free to send us the DM. You can drop it to Randy too. We will answer them now on Monday. So we're gonna be with Randy. My
DMs are like a war zone, and I don't see all. I just don't want anyone.
Don't DM. Don't DM.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't DM Randy. DM myself and the three ladies, and we will answer you.
Okay.
62 miles. Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. We have Monday. So I guess so we'll be back on the Monday. That is going to be at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that will be
7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes. Is it 7 p.m. Cam?
I thought it was 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, 8. Okay, Randy's correct.
Yeah. Yes. Michelle's looking a little uneasy.
Yes.
I know it's late.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to party it up because late night.
Well, we have to accommodate. We have to accommodate both Michelle and Kuan Ning.
It's okay.
Yeah, because we really don't want Kuan Ning to wake up too early so many times. So we have to like. Cams and I are great. We're like right in the middle, so we're good.
Cams, where you guys at? You and Jenny?
Las Vegas, baby.
I'm in LA.
Nice.
So same time frame.
Yes, we'll do that. I'll be in where is it? San Diego in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. So if anyone wants to come out and hang, and then I'll be in Vegas in November, I believe.
Oh, sweet.
Perfect time to come. It's too toasty right now.
Yeah.
What's my birthday month? Maybe I'll come visit you, Cams, and we'll go out. Take with the babies. Take the babies. Right. I want to.
All right. Final thoughts before we. And
don't forget camera. We're going. We're.
Good.
I said don't forget we're going to meet Dark Knight in September, right?
Ooh.
In Singapore.
Oh, that's
Did you guys catch that?
Ooh, that's where he's at.
There you go.
That's where it's at.
Because Dark Knight in Singapore.
Very cool.
All right.
I saw that on there that he's like a music producer and stuff. I found him on the Twitter. So we'll have to get
He's kind of mysterious.
Maybe he'll join.
We actually added him. Yeah, we added him on there because he's so mysterious, and we're so transparent. We just need someone mysterious to add on the website, so that's why he's there.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because he's just so mysterious.
He's Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Cams, I think
you can look at his name. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's funny, but no, mainly because
I don't know.
Okay, he's extremely connected. He's leading efforts with Forbes Web3 and connecting the Web2 world with Web3. And so he's very strategic in adding those partnerships that we think might integrate with us in a very synergistic way. So really excited to explore different avenues with him and see what we can, who we can onboard from the Web2 space as well. We're here to stay, guys. We're in it for the long term. So we're really excited about all the, as I mentioned, all the potential that we have coming up. So we hope you join this ride with us, swing with us. Check out the website, as Jenny mentioned. Check out our Twitter. Follow us. Follow our journey. We're just getting started.
Can't wait. Thank you guys for coming. And let's talk off camera for a little bit after it ends. But thank you guys. Everyone say thank you to the 445 people here.
Yes.
Everybody
Yay,
dashes.
45.
I
Woo!
love you guys. Goodbye.
You guys were awesome. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Woo!
Randy.
Great stream.